We are filming our, check the sound, we are filming full unedited interview to OCCRP. Today is the 26th of February, 6:58 p.m. We're expecting then OCCRP will unlawfully edit and recut our interview, so we don't give them any chance.
Zoom call, and it's also in the email that we received from OCCRP. Okay, thanks a lot. Confirming that you're dialing in now. Okay, so you're online. Normally it asks you for a meeting code. The meeting code or the meeting ID is
Igor is no longer muted.
Ah.
Hello.
Hello, Igor.
Hello.
Great.
I'm in pause.
Yes, we can hear.
That's something sound.
Yeah, it's amazing to have you unmuted now.
I have, I'm muted, yeah. In video maybe. Okay, finally. Yes. Hello.
Perfect. Great to meet you.
Hello there.
Okay. For taking your time.
Yeah, it takes some time. I don't know how you guys messing with this, but you did it efficiently. Anyway, let's go. Let's do that.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for taking your time. I may introduce myself. My name is Frederick Obermeier. I'm the co-founder and director of Paper Train Media. That's an investigative newsroom based in Munich, Germany. And I'm collaborating and working, among others, for the German magazine Der Spiegel, the public broadcaster CDF, OCCRP, and the Austrian newspaper Der Standard. And here in this call is, under the handle OCCRP mod, that's my colleague Charlie, who's simply hosting this meeting, but also my colleagues Slava Abramov and Matthew Doik from OCCRP. And
Slava look like from the kitchen. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nice. Exactly my kitchen, yeah. Go ahead.
I think to not steal too much time from you, I would directly jump into our questions.
What the time you expecting to interview happening? Like your best estimate?
It depends on how quick you answer.
Okay.
I guess that we should be over or done within an hour.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
but I have lots of time, so if we take more time, this should be doable as well. Well, first of all, like to have the general picture, we understood that together with Oliver Stone, you pitched several documentaries, among others, to the Azerbaijani ruler Ilham Aliyev, to the Belarusian ruler Alexander Lukashenko, and to the former Kazakh ruler Nursultan Nazarbayev. And we wondered why of all heads of states and government you did chose these ones.
First of all, you as usual distorting reality and you send me questions. I suggest we go through your questions in an order that was outlined in your questionnaire. So, if you don't have that questions, I have it in front of me.
We have it in front of us as well. I mean, you can simply, if you have them in front of you, we can simply go through them line by line.
Yeah, I recommend to do this because you guys was prepping, I was prepping, so why we need to jump all over the things? Let's do it in a order. You know, we are Americans, we're making everything according to the plan. So first of all, I'm Igor Lopatonok, film director. I was born in Ukraine. I'm Ukrainian citizen so far. I'm also citizen of United States and a citizen of Russia. So, and I give you my citizenship in a way, in order as it was obtained. I was born in Soviet Union. I got unwanted Ukrainian citizenship in 1991. One day I just wake up a Ukrainian. After that I moved to United States in 2008. 2016, I obtained a United States citizenship through the naturalization process. I proudly wave American flag in front of my house and in my house. And in 2021, I got the Russian citizenship. There's a common knowledge, the public records everywhere, people trying to harm my credibility to be Ukrainian because I have a Russian citizenship, but you know, it's a lot of people in the current Ukrainian government have a Russian citizenship. Anyway, I'm a citizen of free country, and this is perfectly suit me to, first of all, try to make films what covering ongoing crisis in Ukraine. I stand for the peace from 1989. Was in a peace movement. Some of you probably was walking into the school. I was already fighting for the peace. I participated in American, Soviet-American peace walk, and this is my enter into this fight when we are now with you guys. So now let's go to the...
Igor, let me, I'm sorry to cut you off. Let me just jump in real quick. Since you are pressed for time, and that background information is interesting and helpful, but we want to make sure that you have an opportunity to hear what's going to be on our story, and to answer any questions and all that. So if you don't mind, let's pull this back to Fred's questions. And if at the end, if there's more time, if you want to give us some of this backstory that you think might be helpful, we're happy to hear it. But it's important that you hear what we have and what we're planning to report. I'm aware. You're reporting about us not the first time. We're very much aware about this. So,
first of all, question number one about release of 8.4 miniseries, what you call in the 8.4 miniseries, you're making already factual mistake. Yes. Yes. Igor is here.
Okay. Okay, let's turn it back to Fred to make sure that the questions that we have, you can hear them and find out what's going on.
Go ahead.
Fred, why don't you
go ahead.
Where you left off.
Answer. Call the question. I will answer.
Okay. I mean, you suggested going back to the script, so I would simply read the question, and I would recommend that we then go. You answer. I read the next question. The first question was about your 8-hour miniseries and the feature film Kazakh: History of the Golden Man, about Kazakhstan and its former leader Nursultan Nazarbayev, which has been attacked as a hagiography that contributes to the leader's cult of personality. And according to our information, it was not solely you and your team deciding about the questions and topics to be asked to Mr. Nazarbayev, but individuals close to the former president. Do you wish to comment?
Yes, of course. Findings? First of all, factually, everybody, including you, did not watch these 8 episodes, which have a length 6 hours and 42 minutes. If you watch that episodes, you will ask the question properly. Second, you called it hagiography. First man who was calling this hagiography was a reporter of Guardian who in Moscow, I believe his last name Roth. Guardian used to be a respectful publication before and what we worked for, but worked with the people from Guardian, but now it's like a example of lowest level of journalism. I request him to wait 3 days to watch my film because I want to deliver that film to him personally, and the Mr. Roth, Andrew Roth, published his piece of garbage without watching the film and call my film hagiography. So my answer is yes, I proudly directed and produced 8 episodes, 6 hours, 42 minutes, Kazakh, the history of the Golden Man, and my lead speaker in that film was a founder father of Kazakhstan, and this is not my words, this is a Margaret Thatcher word, who called him this way, and this is a public knowledge, you can Google that. Margaret Thatcher, founder father of Kazakhstan, Mr. Nazarbayev was my lead speaker. I worked to secure his presence in my film for the 4 years, from 2015 to 2019. we did the movie, all the rights. It is my after it movie. I'm scriptwriter, I'm a director, and I'm producer. So I concentrate full authority over the production. I did it in my way, how I like it, and everything what I show in my film, this is my personal vision, and I can sign under every word, because we double check and triple check every fact what was outlined it in our film. That's it. This is answer on your questions. Nobody touching my rights for final cut. Nobody commanding me what the questions to ask. And even if I give suggested questions to Mr. Stone, whom I admire as the greatest director alive, and my, after that, teacher, he asked the questions out of the blue, how he wanted, and how the conversation was ongoing. We never stopped them. My way of directing, this is not to stop the president or to stop the interviewer. This is how we do in films. We're recording non-stop.
So just to get these things right here, you denying that it was people close to Mr. Nazarbayev like having any influence on the questions to be asked and the topics to be touched by the film?
I'm again repeating that only me who has authority to final cut. We got the few comments about cancellation of wrong words, wrong spelling. That's it. Everything else, and of course we fix it. But everything, what in my film, this is my vision. And if it's go against my vision, I'm not including this in my film. If it's go under my vision, everything else in my film. So you need to watch the film first.
And when it comes to the editing, so you're denying that they had any influence on the editing process, but are you also denying
I'm
that
third time repeating to you that me and only me was a person who was in charge for the final cut. What's wrong with your ability to listen?
Well, I only want to get
You can call it whatever you want. Denying, not denying. I'm telling you, I'm in charge of final cut. If you don't understand what is it, make a study. Ask your sponsors to pay for that.
Well, I just wanted to follow up because I did not only ask for the editing, but also for the question and topics. But I think you made that clear because you denied it as well. So thanks a lot.
Listen, you don't listen to me. First of all, I tell you that questions is just a direction. Nobody in that kind of filmmaking proceeding to the questions, because it's a two very highly informed, very highly intellectual people talking, discussing, and after that we cutting that to the picture. We was off the questions for 1.5 hours when Mr. Nazarbayev started telling the story of how the Soviet Union ceased to exist. I supposed to stop them? No. I let them go because it was transporting all film crew who was on a set in a office of Mr. Gorbachev, when Mr. Yeltsin come and tell, I'm gonna sit in this chair. But you don't watch the film. What we talking about? You're asking the stupid question about if I put the questions or if somebody close to the president command me to do that. It's stupidity. This is not how we do in the films. I'm a big film director. My movies multi-time awarded by International Film Festival. My Ukrainian Fire reached 500 million audience. And you asking me if I'm following the way how you do in the films. No, I don't. Cut.
I can assure you that we watched your film, but for us it was only important to understand if you got any questions from the team of Mr. Nazarbayev.
So Frederick, you don't watch the film.
I didn't watch the film, my colleagues watched the film, so that's...
How do you watch 8 episodes? How do you find them?
And you can find it in the internet, that's...
Oh no, you cannot. This is not 8 episodes unavailable on internet. You're lying.
We can discuss this.
No, you're lying, and I catch you first time. Okay, go ahead. Next question.
All right, Igor, let's let's keep it civil here. Nobody's gonna call you a liar. So
Oh, listen, you're gonna call me not liar, you're gonna call me Russian asset. I'm gonna call you liars when you're gonna lie. So please stop it, or I'm gonna cut you off.
Stick to the topic. Frederick, let's go.
Your Russian asset, just to make that clear. It's not what we said.
No?
But I think I would go on with the. I get you answered questions 1 to 4. So if you want to add something, feel free. If not, I would go to question number 5. And that's according to our investigation and documents that were obtained by Kazakh journalists. The film about Mr. Nazarbayev was at least partly financed by the foundation of the first president of the Republic of Kazakhstan. And we wondered why you did not disclose the involvement of a foundation named after and controlled by Mr. Bayev to your audience.
Good, this is a good question. First of all, this is a 3 questions inside of this question. First, Mr. Kozachkov, who obtained the documents, serving 3.5 years in a jail, convicted felon, a criminal, for disclosing the private information of private persons and disclosing their personal data, as well as he disclosed my place of living in the United States, as well as he disclosed the location of our office in the United States. That's your source. Mr. Kozachkov, convicted felon, who plead guilty, who's serving 3.5 years in jail. Second, where is the law?
We're not speaking about our sources.
Oh yeah, of course, you taking your sources whatever you want, mostly from criminals. Anyway, second part of the question, why, in the God's sake, I need to disclose when I taking my money from financing my films? You disclosing you're taking the money from George Soros, you're taking the money from State Department, from National Endowment for Democracy. Okay, but you an NGO, you're regulated by law to disclose it. I'm a private company, and a charity of Mr. Nazarbayev is a private foundation. It's no one regulation in American law or law of Kazakhstan to disclose. And I taking my movie very seriously. I financing them well. You don't know the numbers for entire budget. Wait, let me finish, please.
Hold on. No, Igor, hold
Let me finish. Hello.
I want to be respectful.
I'm respectful. You ask the question, answer to that. Let me answer that.
And you've had your answer. We talked about this on email beforehand. You're not going to be.
I'm not digestible for you, I understand. But you're gonna swallow this. Let's go. Next.
Slava here. We have a lot to get to. We want to make sure you have a chance to respond.
Let's go. I answer your question. I'm not disclosing because.
Another question here for you. Slava, why don't you have your question?
Yeah, I have a question. I'm going to the question.
You freeze, Slava.
Sorry?
So I can't hear him. Oh, now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I hear you, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. That's perfect. So I'm going to the question number 6. According to our information, you pitched several documentaries to different leaders of the countries, including Alexander Lukashenko, former ruler of United Arab Emirates, the Turkish president, the Azerbaijani autocrat. Is there any reason, Igor, to focus on autocrats?
Slava, you repeating that questions what you writing autocrats, bloody dictator, blah blah blah. Look on my president of Republic, United States of America. That's disgusting zombie in power. I making the movie about him and his corrupted family. I'm making a movie about whatever I want. I'm making a movie about heroes. My characters in my films, this is my heroes. I admire how they rule their people. I admire they under their guidance. The global, the GDP per capita grow 10 times as in Mr. Nazarbayev. I admire that city of Minsk has a clean streets and no homeless people in Minsk, as it in my Los Angeles, everywhere. So, I think you are doing just pretending to pose me as an aftercut. But what do you think when I'm doing a movie about Biden or Mr. Trump or others of my American heroes? My teacher made more than 40 presidents, and that was including the Fidel Castro, including others. I want to be like him. I want to talk to people who making decisions and who making histories. And you know what? Yes,
So
Mr. Biden also made the histories, but it's disgusting histories.
So
I'm
you're
answering
saying
your
that
question.
the teacher that
No, I never pitch.
Mr. Stone-
I never pitch any of my projects to any presidents. I don't know where you take these. I don't know where you take these pitches. Probably from another criminal was named Vadim Gasanov, who was worked for me 3 years until I find out that he killed a man and served 13 years in jail. This is another criminal as your source. Mr. Gasanov was fired for wrongdoing. You know what? When I'm doing my films, I'm hiring up to 200 people. First things what I'm doing on my set, I'm firing. Because this is how I am enforcing my control over my team, over my crew. And after that, I'm firing until the end. Not everyone stand to my way of doing documentaries, but this is my way. And I do in my movies my way.
So you are denying, Sligan, you are denying that you pitched all these ideas.
I
to these
never
films around
pitch
the world?
any ideas. I requested the interviews from the presidents, yes. I never pitched
You have confirmed
any
that you
pitches.
Requested interview? Okay. Let's call it request for interview. So you requested interviews from Alexander Lukashenko, Recep Tayyip Erdogan,
And
others.
more
You are
and
confirming.
more and more. And Mr. Putin and Mr. Yushchenko, Ukrainian president, who gave me an interview, and Mr. Modi and Mr. Xi Jinping and Mr. Biden and Mr. Trump and others, because I am a documentarian. I am requesting the interview from the decision makers. I even requested an interview from Mr. Yatsenyuk and Mr. Turchinov, and I have a proof of that when I did Ukrainian Fire.
So
That's my business.
can I ask you, Igor, who was supposed to finance these films? About
No,
these films?
you cannot ask that questions because I'm not asking when you're taking your money from. And this is not polite, not correct, and I'm not gonna answer when I'm taking my money. You know, you need to study my past. You need to understand that I make a fortune in a business before. I know how to finance everything, young man. I know how to finance buyout of house when you live in now, entire, with all neighbors. I was successful businessman. I did my movies, like more than $170 million budgets per year. So you asking me questions about documentary financing? That's stupid. I know at least 10 different style of financing. Production to distribution deal, gap financing, loan financing, private equity financing, soft money financing, tax incentive financing. You asking things what you don't understand. Movie is a complex matter. It's financed from different sources, including of capital of my company. That's the first source, my own pockets.
Okay,
And you asking the question, you don't understand in the subject. This is a problem. Because as a journalist, you need to understand the subject. What you asking for? Mr. Nazarbayev, give me money, I make the film. Such a stupidity.
Igor, you need to understand what's in the story we're doing, so let Slava answer
Let's go.
this question, please.
Can I ask you, Igor, was your partner and teacher, as you call him, Oliver Stone, aware of all these requests that you are sending to different rulers around the world?
I don't send anything to the rulers. First, answering your questions. Second, Oliver Stone know about their speech's existence. Third, at the time when that pictures was leaked by the criminal, Oliver Stone know about their existence. So you will not make any news with that. He know that.
Okay. Yeah, that's great to know.
Great to know.
So you at least with one movie about Alexander Lukashenko, you were like in the process of making this movie. Is it correct?
Absolutely not. That's my answer. This is
So
absolutely
you
not correct.
production of this movie.
This is absolutely not correct. Next.
Okay. You never been in production of the movie about Alexander Lukashenko.
Yes, it was absolutely never in production of movie about Alexander Lukashenko. I want to, but never was.
Just to summarize.
Yeah, Frederick, go ahead.
Just to summarize here and to prevent misunderstandings. So I got that Oliver Stone was aware of those pitch documents that were regarding the topics of making a film about Mr. Lukashenko from Belarus, about Mr. Aliyev from Azerbaijan, Mr. Xi Jinping from China, Mr. Erdogan from Turkey. But you're claiming that those pitches were not sent to the rulers themselves. So if they were not sent to them, are you also denying that they
First of all, to make it clear, I never received from you any pitches. Second, you have tools, because you're investigative journalist, you have tools to analyze that documents, to gather metadata from the documents and to find out who was an author. We're doing a lot of inside in the company documents. Those documents include the presentations. You know, anyone else can do whatever they want. And tell me that was my pitches. I don't see your pitches. I don't see what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I know about something what was leaked from my company by Vadim Gasanov, who is a criminal, and who probably you pay him for that, as usual you do. And but how you can prove that a credible source? Wait, guys. How you can prove that you have a credibility in your source if that guy killing the man?
But I want to say that.
I'm answering your question. So I don't see pitches. What you're talking about?
Igor. You don't, Igor.
Yeah. What? Igor? Igor is a 56-year-old Igor. Stop it. Stop behaving like that. Pay respect.
You don't talk about our sources.
Oh, listen, come on. We're going after you, personally. We know you. We're going after you sources. We're going to publish and we're going to destroy you credibility. You know who...
Hey, listen up.
Hey, stop it. Fuck you. Listen up. You talking to me. You asked for interview. Behave. Fucker.
You can't threaten our employees. Charlie.
What are you talking about? Your employees, it's a George Soros. End it up. That's it.